Then I go to YouTube. I think I'm on there. Yup. Hey, this Vicar's World. And the topic today is about rage. Man, bear with me now. I'm still working out the kinks. And then I realized this mic I'm on is super sensitive. You can hear me dingling my cup and putting it down. Is it going? Oh, there it is. Okay. Like I was saying, this mic is super sensitive, but bear with me. I'm still working out the kinks. But the topic is about rage. Another term or aspect of our personality people don't really explain or don't even know themselves. YouTube is not receiving enough video. What? Smooth stream as such viewers will. What? Man, this crap, boy. I had to take this off and reload. Okay, just buffering. Alright, just like I said, back on topic. Like I said, bear with me while I'm working out the kinks. But the topic is about rage. I know that's something that everybody has experienced in their life, and they probably still do. I'm gonna read a couple of ways to explain rage. That's to be angry, to be furious, to be enraged, seething with, emotions, to rant, to rave, breathe fire. I ain't being biased. I ain't gonna say women, but how many people know people that breathe fire? I know a couple of them. Hey, I got sisters, older sisters, younger sister, my baby sister. Woo! That girl, yeah, she can breathe fire. But I just laugh at her, now. But when I was younger, I had a problem with rage, like I would explode. And after I would explode, I would come to my senses and say, man, what did I do? Like, why I did that? I ain't mean to try to do all that. But, it happened. So, let me man up to the situation. I mean, apologize or, try to make the situation right. But before I get too ahead of myself, like I was saying, my page is gonna be mostly about people sharing their own experiences of what they've been through and what's going on with them. Yourself, cause we learn by learning from each other and through different experiences. But I'm trying to tailor my page to have people calling in and sharing their stories, and you'll have the right to decide if you want your story to be heard or you just was letting it out, or giving a rant. That's all I'm gonna put it. But consent or not to consent, that's the rule. But like I said, basically it's about people calling and sharing their own story. But like I said, bear with me because I'm still trying to work out the kinks. Cause I know you can hear everything I'm over here doing. I'm playing with the mouse, dingling my cup. Oh, I'm drinking coffee. I like my coffee with honey. Dark. Yeah, boy. You know. But a personal experience dealing with rage. This I can remember. Back in 2000, let's see, maybe 3 or 4. I was going to trade school, and it was called Job Corps. A lot of people probably can relate, and a lot of people can't. But it's basically a trade school, to get your high school diploma or GED in a trade. It was a good program, and then I thank my mama for placing me in that program. Learning a trade, and my trade was my trade is electrical. And I still do that to this day. As a side hustle. Great time, great experience. I learned a lot of the things, and I grew. And that was another thing. If you're not growing every day, something wrong, and that's the truth, and that's real. And I ain't even spit a Bible verse yet. For real. That's real. But let me do that right now before I get too far in myself. Okay, the Bible verse I'm going with, let me see. Bear with me a little bit. Like I said, people can comment. I ain't biased, and I'm not a one-sided view type person. I like to listen to all views and experience and come up with my own conclusions. And I think that's how everybody should be. But you know how some people are. They feel like their view is the only one that matter. But let me make this clear. When expressing yourself, it's a certain category it goes in. Opinions and facts. It's 2 different categories. One is your opinion. Your opinion is respected. And there's the truth. Can't argue against the truth. Don't get mad against the truth. Why you arguing against the truth? Like, stop. People silly. What's wrong with this culture? But it's amusing, though. Had to sip some more of this dark coffee with honey. Yeah. Alright. The Bible verse I'm going with is Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28. A man who can't control himself is like a city whose walls are broken down. Yeah, I know some people might not even know what that means, but I ain't even finna go deep into it. They're gonna keep it simple. Simplicity. Alright. We'll read one more. This proverb. Look, you even heard my dog tag, Janko. I told you, this is mighty sensitive. Well, we gonna work out these kinks, though. Watch. We gonna get it. This Proverbs 16, verse 32. He who is slow to anger is better and more honorable than the mighty. And he who rules and controls his own spirit, that means anger, or your mind, or you can say your heart, or your consciousness, however you want to put it, then he who captures a city. That's facts. And I done had a couple of different experiences with that. and I'm still learning to this day. But I feel like that's a valuable key, especially as a young man growing up. You know, and like I said, my experiences. You know, jumping back where I was, 2023, maybe before, Montgomery, Alabama, Job Corps. You know, let me try to clear up my speech a little bit from the people out here who don't like country accent and slang. But I was attending Montgomery Job Corps, and I was being transported to school. The driver, I'm not gonna call her name, because that's probably not even polite to say. But the driver, uh, she was cool. She's nice. Never had any problems with her before. That day, though, I think a chip was on my shoulder. I'm just gonna be real about it. Ain't no need to sugarcoat it. Ain't no need to familiarize the situation. But I had a chip on my shoulder that day. I was dealing with a lot, especially in 2003. I was that angry black guy, the angry black man. And I remember it plain as day. So, it's cool. I learn. I grow. And one of the things I do, I sit down, I close my eyes, take a deep breath, and I check myself. That's what I do. I feel like that's one of the greatest gifts of intelligence and awareness a person can possess. Being able to sit down, take a deep breath, and check yourself. And that's real. That ain't no opinion. That's proven facts. That black coffee good. I'm telling you, man. Like I was saying, okay. The scenery, imagine this Job Corps, Montgomery, Alabama. So I'm there on the bus, and that day I chose to wear this mechanic suit. And down in Montgomery, too many people don't know about it, but down there we had this thing with jumpers, not a rumper. It ain't tight round your rump. The only way you can say it is a mechanical suit. One piece. So we would take our mechanical suits, different colors, blue, red, brown, green, yellow, whatever color you can find. They were mostly Dickie suits. And at that time, everybody bought all the Dickie suits out. And they used to sell them at Walmart for cheap. So everybody in Montgomery, Alabama ran to get those one-piece Dickie suits, to get them airbrushed with certain graphic pictures or gang signs or set streets, cities, name, birthday, pictures, expressions of all kinds. That's what we did. And so I couldn't find a Dickie suit. They was all sold out. Imagine that. So I had this ingenious idea. I said, I'm going to get one of those jacket mechanical suits and get that thing airbrushed. So I did. And I loved it. Had Gump Town sprayed on it. On the, just the key part of the store. So the left, I'm not even going to go that detailed about it. But on one of the legs, I had west side airbrushed down. Back side was a monkey with boxing gloves and Gump Town spray underneath it. I thought I was doing. Yeah. But anyway, so that particular day it was cold. I said, I'm putting on my airbrush Dickie suit. And so I did. I got on the bus. She was looking at me when I was coming out of the house. I seen her. I thought she was checking me out. I thought I was clean and super fly. Little did I know. She was thinking something else. Well, she was thinking about telling me to get off that bus. It's all good though. I don't hold no grudges. That's another thing I learned. And I might be in my feeling for a moment, but I'm out of it. I ain't in it, My name ain't bit. But so like I said, long story short, you know, I got on the bus. She took one look at me and she paused. So I went to the bus and sat down. And I had a homeboy named Slim. He's an instigator type dude. And man, that dude can instigate some situations. He fine. He cool too. But I'm just remembering, reminiscing. But I got on the bus. He was like, man, call me by my nickname. He said, man, ooh, you clean today. I see you. That's what he told me. And I ain't said, and I said, man, whatever. While I'm brushing my head, what I'm saying, with the waves, that's an Alabama thing, country, South. We love them waves. If it ain't waves, it's probably waves, or whatever the trend be down. That's how we do it though most of the time. You know, that's more probably a culture thing, if anything. But so I proceeded to sit down, and she was like, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm sitting down." You can't get on this bus. And the first thing in my mind, like, what you mean I can't get on the bus? I'm trying to go to school. She like looking in the rearview mirror at me and in the back. You can't get on this bus. Not with that on. I'm like, what? I'm confused. She should have explained it better. But that's how we are as a people in culture. We don't really explain things. We kind of just say them right in your face. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I think sometimes I catch myself doing that. But it's all good though. It's just a learning experience and a process, for sure. But at the time, I can't remember what age I was. All I know was 2003, maybe 4. And I couldn't have been no old, and I can't remember. I ain't even gonna guess. But anyhow, so I stood up, and immediately I was mad, angry, furious. Why I was mad at the lady? Oh, because she ain't explained to me what she was talking about. I thought she was set tripping. For real. I thought she was set tripping. And I hope that I ain't messed this video up, because I just laid back and I realized it's still clear. So that means that my voice probably overly obnoxiously loud. But we'll find out. Because I ain't re-recording this. Unless I just feel the spirit of it or something. But, like I said, a lot of people don't like my country slang. So they turn on this video and they're like, oh, this country bunking dude talking any loud. Click. Or they swipe. It don't matter. You the one missing out. Because at the end of the day, I know. Well, I'm going to put it like this. I'm more walking into my purpose, And most of the time, we don't realize our purpose is right in front of us. We just don't never realize. And it's always multiple signs. The source, the creator, the existent. The point of existence of everything. He always. I can't say he. I can't say she. Nobody really knows for sure. But like I said. So I'm enraged. And I get up. And immediately I get up, I felt my right foot seemed as if the van or bus we was in went to K when I stood up and stumped like, And I'm like, man, I'm tripping. I'm thinking she just hit the gas or something. So maybe she did. Maybe I'm tripping. So I get up and I start walking to the front. So I said, "What's wrong with my outfit?" And she goes, "That's some gang ish." I couldn't say that because I knew what it was when old buddy at the flea market was sprayed down that pants leg. And I was like, "Oh man, I already know what that is, but I ain't about to tell him to stop. I'm gonna go ahead and rock it. I don't even care about none of that." So she said, "Dad, I knew she was right, but me being me, young, hot headed dude, I'm still mad. But in my mind, in the back, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, on front, in the back of my mind, I knew she was right. I knew she was right. So, alright, I'm gonna get off your bus." So, I'm walking out the bus, and like I said, I'm mad. So, we fussing. We back and forth. And I said, "Man, that ain't right. I'm trying to go to school, and you trying to hold me up for my education and, get my trade." And she like, "I ain't hold you up. Wait, blah, say, blah, blah, blah." I step out the bus, and next thing I know, I let out a roar like, "Ah!" And I kicked the bus. I kicked the bus so hard, I kid you not. And everybody on that bus can testify if they watch this or happen to click on this feed. They gonna say, "Man, you right." Or they might not even come in at all. Because like I said, I was a wild dude. And wild is another term for rage and anger. But they might, but they know. But it's all good. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm walking into my purpose. But yeah. I kicked that bus so hard, I kid you not. That bus rocked on two tires. And she hit the gas. And that mother like it popped on one wheel. And I'm laughing. I'm like, "Oh." If the bus would have flipped over, rolled over, I would have been so hurt. But at the time, I was like, "Whoa, how in the blanket of blank I just did that?" BB. Like, oh man. So I'm thinking to myself, like, how did I just get that angry to kick that bus and then pop a wheel like that? I'm like, man, you know. But that's just one experience that I realized that rage is powerful, man. Just like that God of War game that has just dropped. God of War Ragnarok, yeah. Rage burst function, yeah, buddy. You know. But like I said, that's just one of my experiences with anger and rage. But it also was the point of my life as a youngin', and I realized how to control that anger. And, but not getting too far ahead of myself. But anyway, once I kicked that bus and then rocked a wheel like that, my homeboy called me. I think they all was in shock. They was always in shock, man. I'm telling you, cause I ain't heard nothing about it at school when I got there. I had to walk there. Oh, and I did take the suit off. I went home. Excuse me, bill collectors. We all got bill collectors. But anyhow, like I said, I did take the suit off. I, took the suit off, walked my little old butt to school, because I know educational books are important. Paperwork, paper trail, documentation. People try to act like it don't matter. No data. Oh, man. Man. That's probably because, man, I'm going to be mad this morning. Won't do right. This original, this freestyle, I ain't write this time. I ain't quoting from no, really books of paper yet anyway. But like I was saying, so I'm on the lost track with the bill collector and the screen messing up. But like I was saying, anybody can comment, Anybody can reach out to me, man. Let me hear your side of the story or your point of view of dealing with rage and anger. You know what I'm saying? Just leave a comment, man. And we can schedule something up, you know what I'm saying? Do it up on the same title, man. You can speak your piece, it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Get advice, tell me your situation. I'm an ear to listen before anything, you know what I'm saying? That comes with understanding, and a lot of people don't know that. But I'm finna let you know it. Okay, but yeah, look, back to the store. My homeboy was on a bus. Like I said, they was all shocked. So I went to school and I ain't heard nothing about it. I was thinking to myself, I go to school, them motherfuckers finna kick me out of the school, and they finna press charge. Nobody said nothing. I was tripping. I'm like, man, she ain't even report me. What's going on? I thought she would ready to try to report me or something. Go ahead and do me in. But she ain't report me though. But now I think about it, I want to say that was one of my homeboys' cousin or mama or something. I think that's what I had found out later on. But she ain't report me, And I was glad. It was a learning experience also. But man, I'm tripping if I go back through this video. It ain't even recorded it. I'm gonna have to go in and fix that berate I heard them recommend. Okay. But anyway, school got out and my homeboy them by like 3 o'clock. He was like, man, you kicked the hell out of that bus. He laughed. You kicked the hell out of that bus, scared all of. We thought the bus was finna flip over. I'm like, what, man? I seen it, man. I ain't trying to kick it that hard, man. And then he said, I asked him, did I leave a dick? He was like, man, I ain't seen that, but you kicked the hell out of that bus. I'm like, man, I don't even know, man. It just kind of happened, But I'm glad she ain't tell on me. For real. Yeah, man. But like I said, that's just one of my experiences when dealing with rage and anger, and I learned, like the Bible verse I just quoted from Proverbs chapter 16, you got to control the anger. And one of the things I learned is control the anger, to bottle it up, to use it when I want to let it out. And that's why the theme of this is the Super Saiyan 2 Kappa. Because I feel like I'm not going to say they, because some people come around and say, what they? I'm going to say the cultures and nations we're among, since the transatlantic or migration patterns, most of them know who we are. Most of them know our heritages, our identity, kings and queens, was known as the gods and goddesses and worshipped by men and women. Now, I ain't with the idolatry, though. See, even heard the coughing. I tried to muffle it. But like I said, we're going to get this right eventually. Muscle memory, practice takes time. But like I was saying, I ain't with the idolatry, though. I'm going to let that be known. Because that's the main thing that people perish without knowledge. That's idolatry, man. And I used to be one of them. Oh, I was in deep too. But, it's these snares and tricks out there that people fall for every day. Ain't nobody more perfect than the other. But you can't be perfected by trying daily. And it's like I said, it's always daily snares and tricks, man. But you don't see it. Somebody else see it, I guarantee you. But, I lost track of what I was saying. But, like I said, rage, man. It's one of them things that you have to learn how to control. You can't flip out. You have to stop yourself. You have to think about it like, wait a minute. Take a deep breath. Walk away. Count to 5. Or whatever number it takes you to cool down. Get you a snack. What's that? Yeah, like the Snicker commercial. When he's hungry, he's not himself or she. But I ain't really trying to speak on the accent of an angry woman, but we all know what that picture that is. But I'm kind of speaking on the accent of angry individual, because everybody gets angry sometimes. Some people flip out, rant, and they'll end up doing things that they regret later on. All because you was angry. All because you was mad and let that anger control you. Being angry has a long history of taking down a lot of individuals, man. A lot of individuals. And it's just something that we need to learn how to check, daily. Because sometimes, I still get mad, but it's not like it was when I was younger. I can kind of control it. Now I stay silent, But I learned with rage how to bottle that up and sit that in a certain place for later, And I would say that would be called godly rage, because I control it now. I can put it in the box, and when it's time to use it, I can literally unlock it and do destruction. Well, I ain't gonna say destruction. That's probably ain't a good term to use. I could be violent. Not promoting violence. I'm promoting peace and clarity. But I am saying, don't try me. You better try Jesus. But that's an idol too. But that's a whole different type story. I got another Bible verse too. Genesis 49, verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brothers. Their swords are weapons of violence. Instruments of violence, different versions. Cruelty are in their habitations or in their dwelling. Vessels of raging war. Gruesome sword. Man. But anyway, there's a lot of things to learn in this life and on this path and this walk. Like I said, rage is one of them, man. We got to control it. Don't let that rage get control of you, like was told to Cain in the beginning. Control that rage, man. Don't let it rule over you. Don't do it. And then I want to say another aspect of rage or being angry. The worst kind is when you intoxicated, drunk. Man, ooh. You definitely ain't thinking then. You drunk times angry. Man, when you sober up, that's going to be the worst mistake of your life. I promise you. The worst mistake of your life. Poor. Man, I'm about to get that Ethernet cable. Oh, you know what? Right. I'm about to grab that thing. I remember, you gotta hook this thing up to Ethernet cable because this Wi-Fi signal gonna be raggy. And it probably ain't even playing now. That's crazy. But hey, like I said, we gonna get this thing right. I'm gonna work out the kinks. I'm gonna learn how to work this. The details of this mic. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna get better with this. I'm gonna come out with choice words and choose words. I'm gonna show you how you supposed to do it. You know. All I just said, I hope it ain't jumping. But I'm gonna be mad I go back and listen to this and I can't even hear half what I was saying. I'm gonna be like, man. But I do know the most important part of what I just was talking about, I know it's on there. Whatever part that it is that people really need to hear, you know, to help themselves and, you know, make the change with themselves, cause some type of growth, you know, within themselves. Because it's all about self, you know. I ain't talking about no self-preservation. I'm talking about self-growth. But, like I said, it's one of the third of my my feeds, you know, my lives or whatnot. And we're gonna keep getting better with time, you know. As time progresses, we gonna keep on with it, keeping on. Yep. But this is like it's a good. I think it was a good topic. Rage, you know, anger. You know, a lot of people deal with that on a daily basis. You know, some people fly off the handle. They don't want to hear nothing when they're angry. They just go in berserk mode. That's it. And see, that's another thing, you know, berserkers. That's what that really was. You know, the man on the battlefield, the berserkers, a berserk, he's a berserker. You know, that's rage, man. That's something that vitally you can't control. Violent emotions. Berserkers mode, you know. Just busting your top. Whoo, I'm mad. I'm finna act yeah, I'm going off. 0 to 100. Real quick. I'm lit. I'm hot. I'm burned. I'm about to buck something up. Man, I see it all the time. But I never hear anybody say after all that rage, that burst of rage, come back and say, hey, man, I'm wrong. We gotta control our mind, body, or spirit. Can't let anger get the best of us. We gotta control it because it can and it will make you act in an ugly and rude manner. Yes, sir. I'm just grateful to learn that lesson. I'm still learning that lesson. I'm grateful to be aware of myself. And I think that's another thing, self-awareness. You know, you have to become self-aware, you know, of yourself. Because if you ain't self-aware, you're not woke. How do you know what to learn and what not to learn? Like I said, man, we are not computers. You know, most of us are intelligent beings, intelligent people, you know. And like I said from one of my last feeds, intelligence is empathy. That's when you are aware of others' emotions and the acts that you do. You know, other people's situation. That's intelligence, man. You know, all these things are building blocks and it comes together and it builds an impenetrable wall of characteristics of the individual, a person. Now, the other spectrum of that is the type of person that you don't want to see. I'm telling you, man. A person who can't control their own rage and anger, man. A person who is not intelligent, who doesn't have empathy for others. Ooh, boy. Get out of their way. Like Ludacris. As a matter of fact, that's the perfect example to explain it. Get out of the way, buh. You feel me? Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. I'm telling you. Get out that way, man. Get out there way, girl. I mean, guy and girl, you know, for the slang and country haters. But yeah, you know, man, Ludacris made it a perfect example when he sung that song. Get out of my way. I'll say bye bye to all your group. Man, that was a funny song, bro. Especially when he put on the muscles and choking that man out in the bathroom. Because he was too close, man. That's crazy. But that's a good example, though. Rage. Like I said, you don't want to run into people who can't control their rage and have no intelligence, no empathy for their fellow brethren. Man, look here. I can immediately spot somebody like that and I get out their way. But I also pray and take the precautions and hope that they're not fool-headed enough to come my way. You know, I'm just saying. Because I seek peace, but I'm prepared. And I stay prepared because myself, I engage in the practice of checking myself. I do mental acrobatics within myself, within my mind. I do this all the time. And when I'm wrong or I'm at fault and I make mistakes, one of the things I do, like I said, I take a deep breath, I breathe in, I breathe out, I check myself. I relive the situation. I go over the situation, second by minute, by hour. I critique myself and I come up with a conclusion. And if I didn't come up with a conclusion, I still dwell on it until I do. Until I play it back out of my mind and say, okay, next time this happens, this is what I'm going to do. And I think this is the best solution and outcome. And if it happens again and it happened to be the wrong solution and outcome, I'm going to try again. Back to the drawing board. Remeditation. Reworking my own mind, my own heart, my own spirit, my own soul. I check myself. That's just one thing I do. Like I said, mental acrobatics. So it ain't just enough to work out the physical body. You got to work out the mind too. Don't get thrown off by my country slang and my accent of country Alabamians, like some people like to say. It's all good, because at the end of the day, you feel the message. It's going straight to your dome, to your heart. You get exactly what I'm saying. Alright. I finished the good old dark coffee with some honey. Now I think I'm going to finish this up on this feed. I'm going to put this one out here. But like I said, at the end of the day, sir, ma'am, we have to control our emotions. Controlling your emotions is a valuable part of being a great person. You can't just go around flipping people off, blowing your top. You have to have balance there. And even if you do overreact, you can always come back later and say, hey, I apologize. I shouldn't have did it. I'm wrong. Like I said, check yourself. But just know, no data. Here you go again. But just know, everybody has an opinion, and it's a category for that. Opinions, facts. The line is blurred most of the time, but it's still the same. Still the same. Average. Man, average. I don't know what they got going on with that, man. We gonna get this right, though. We gonna get it right. I'm about to turn down this BP rate, Brit rate. Anyway. But like I said, peace and blessings to the people. Peace and clarity. And the title was about rage and controlling your rage, your emotions, using that anger and that emotional power for, righteous acts. It takes time. It's a process, but I believe in you. You can do it. Just keep going, and that's a fact. Peace and light. Control them emotions, people. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth doing a bid, jail time over silly stuff, man. It's time out for all that. And just recently we seen that, man. It's the couple of cops, brothers, kings, who killed another brother over the emotion. Whatever emotion was, I went in his mind and I can't tell you what he was thinking. But what I do know, it was rage and anger, man, to cause him to kill that guy.